What is up, guys? Cracker80 here, and today I'm reading as a gameplay commentary on the map Throwback in Infinite Warfare. This is my one of my first games on Infinite Warfare. I didn't record my first few games because I was really bad. It kind of took me a while to get used to this game, but this is one of my first games on Infinite Warfare, and so far I'm really liking the game. I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised because I thought this game would be out of control. The maps looked really bad, and I thought there'd be a ton of tryhards consistently killing me over and over again, which was the case when I first played this game, and that's why I stopped and went back to Black Ops 3 for a little bit. But I came back on, gave it another shot, and now I really like the game. It's really fun. The movement system in the game is really controlled, and it's less prevalent than it was in Black Ops 3 or Advanced Warfare, of course, which is a very good thing. In fact, if you use the advanced movement system, you are more likely to die in most cases in the game, and it's mostly for moving around in random spots where there are no enemies, getting out of spawns, and that kind of stuff. So, so far I'm really liking the movement system, and that's my first comment about the game. Now, secondly, the guns in this game are interesting. I mean, they're very similar to a lot of guns in previous Call of Duties, especially Infinity Ward Call of Duties. Like, for example, the Vector in this game, the Vector from Ghosts is in this game as the Karma 45. That's one example. The Karma 45 is almost exactly like the Vector from Ghosts. The NV4 is very similar to the starting weapon in most Call of Duties, in fact, which is very interesting. I mean, most of the assault rifle starting weapons are average and pretty good, like the NV4 is. NV4 is very, very good, in my opinion. And, yeah, so the guns in this game are average. I think they're actually pretty good. The time to kill in this game was patched yesterday, I believe. People were saying it was really quick, and you didn't have a lot of health, so they kind of patched that a little bit to make sure that people were not killing as quickly as they were before. Alright, now let's talk about the maps in this game. The maps in this game are actually pretty good. I'm just going to give you guys my favorite maps in order. So my first favorite map is by far Throwback. This map that I'm playing on now, it feels a lot like the original Call of Duty maps that were made in original Call of Duties that were good. It's a map that I'm used to. It flows pretty well. It feels very modern, so that's good. Now, the second map that I like is Frost. Now, Frost has grown on me quite a bit since I first started playing it. When I first started playing it, I did not like it as much, but since I've actually gotten to know the map very well, it's a pretty good map. I like it, and I've done pretty well in it in most of my games. Now, my third favorite map is Terminal. They made a few changes to it that I didn't really like. The big change, in my opinion, was the glass windows in the main hallway in the middle of the map. They took those out and just placed a solid wall there instead, probably for the movement system and for wall running on it. I'm okay with that, but I would rather like to have glass there because in Domination you cannot really see the flag that is outside in that main area. So the wall being there kind of inhibits any sights outside of the map, which is not a good thing in my opinion. I think they should have kept some glass there, maybe put like a wall in one of the slots instead of putting a wall in all the glass slots that were on that hallway wall. But it's okay, I can deal with it. I'll get used to it. Terminal overall is a very good map. Of course, they've kept a lot of the original stuff, which I like. It feels pretty much like Terminal would feel, so I like the map. Now, my fourth favorite map is Precinct. Precinct is that outdoor kind of modern city feel map. I've gotten used to it, but it plays very differently in different game modes. Playing it in TDM, there are people camping in the middle constantly looking out on all sides, and basically the way you win is by controlling the middle of the map, and that's how you win the game in TDM. Now in Domination, nobody's in the middle of the map because for some reason B is set on the far corner, on one of the far corners of the map, which I find really confusing. I'm wondering why B is not on the inside middle area of the map. I'm trying to figure that out still. Don't know. It's very unfair because one of the flags can get to there so much more easily than the other flag can. So I'm not sure why they decided to do that. Maybe they'll change it. Who knows? It's the beta. They're experimenting with everything, so they could change that. But definitely my least favorite map is Frontier. Now that's the map that's set indoors in a I don't even know. I think it's like a space station revolving around Neptune or something. And there's low gravity when you die, but somehow when you're alive, your body's just fine on the ground. The map is very close quarters, which does not suit me very well, since I like to use assault rifles and LMGs and kind of stay back a little bit. The map does not suit me very well, so I end up trying to rush on it, and most of the time not doing as well. Now, I have gotten to know the map a little bit better, and I've gotten better at playing it, but I still think it's my least favorite map out of all the other ones in this game, since it is so close quarter combat kind of. It has a close quarter combat mentality, so I don't like it as much. I can deal with it. I'll get used to it. I think I'll like it even more once I start playing on it more often. As with most of the things in this game, I didn't like it originally, but now that I'm playing on it more, I like it. So I'll probably end up being fine with Frontier eventually. Just gotta play on it more often. Alright, now that I got those two main things out of the way, I'm just going to talk about some general things in the game, like equipment and perks and stuff like that. So, the equipment in this game is very interesting. They call things different names, even though they're resembling things that, of course, you've heard in Call of Duty, like concussions and frags. They just call them different names for some reason. I'm not sure. Maybe it's because it's set really far in the future, and they don't want to call those things by the same modern names they used to. So all the grenades are called different things. All those equipment things they're all called different names, which is kind of confusing. But I guess we'll all get used to it at some point. The perks in this game, I actually really enjoy these perks because some of them are a little bit overpowered, which reminds me of older Call of Duties. So I mean, they're overpowered, but it reminds me of older Call of Duties, which I think is kind of cool. The perks are not all stupid and dumb perks. Some of them are actually overpowered and useful to use in some situations. They have sleight of hand back, which is in a different name. It's dexterity in this game, but you can reload faster with it on. So, interesting decision by their part to have it back in the game. Who knows if they'll keep it in there? I'm assuming they will. But I like it. I like that kind of perk. Pinpoint is a very interesting one. I think Pinpoint is a good idea on their part. It's a pretty overpowered perk where if you shoot someone, it will show the outline of their body when you're shooting them, so you can easily see where they are. Marksman is back in the game. It's not as powerful as it was in the Modern Warfare 3, but it is back. And if you're aiming on someone, you can see their name from pretty far away, which is sometimes a very good thing. In Perk 1, I'm trying to remember. I think Ghost is in Perk 1, and Ghost in this game is the non-moving one. So if you're not moving, that means you're still on Ghost, and people can still not see you, which is going to promote more campers, but it's more like the older Call of Duty, so I'm fine with it. I mean, I like the Treyarch kind of Ghost feel, where if you're moving, it'll not show you, but if you're not moving, it will show you. But this one is different. Last but not least, I'm just going to show some. I'm just going to give you some of my opinions on some other things in the game. In the settings bar of this game, there are a few weird settings like film grain and motion blur. I would recommend turning off motion blur. I feel like I did so much better once I turned it off. I actually did notice the difference. Now, with film grain, you do not really notice the difference. I tried turning it down, and you could barely even see any difference. And so right now, I have it about halfway up. And the game automatically starts with all those up for some reason, but you can just change those in the settings bar. That's basically it for this commentary. It went a little bit long. I think I might need to put some random Black Ops 3 gameplay in these last minutes. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this gameplay commentary. I'm really liking Infinite Warfare so far. I think I'll like it even more when they add more guns and maps and everything, basically. The biospike in this game is interesting. We'll see how I like that. I'm glad you can throw it pretty far over the map. So maybe you'll see a biospike montage at some point, but who knows. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.